Yes, lads. So today we've got a bit of a different video. We've got my predictions for the 2019-2020 Championship season. And disclaimer, this is before the summer transfers. Now, let's get into it. My prediction for 24th, bottom of the league, worst team in the league in the season, will be Barnsley. I think Barnsley are a team with not enough quality coming up, not enough backing from the owners. And I feel like it'll be like the time when they were last in the Championship not so long ago. They're just going to go down. And I feel their away form will hurt them because they're never good away in the Championship. Now, on to 23rd in the league. I'm going to put Wigan Athletic in there. Obviously, playing at the DW Stadium, I feel like their home form will not be able to carry them through to survival as they did this year. They relied a lot on their home form after winning, I think, 1 in 17 away games at a spell this season. So I do feel like they'll go down. I don't think they have enough quality really in their side to stay up. Now, in the final relegation spot, 22nd place in the league, we have Millwall. I feel like they barely survived last season, and I feel they're not going to have enough quality. And there's rumours of Lee Gregory leaving and some of their main players leaving. I just can't see them doing it again. I can see them returning to League One. Now, in 21st, I have Luton, surviving by the skin of their teeth. I think they'll have a bit of confidence as they've just gone up champions. I feel like they have a bit of bounce, a bit of skip in their step to survive. I think they'll just survive. Now, finishing in 20th and through like 19 to 15, I'll sort of skip over quite quickly. It's QPR. I feel they're just a very bang average team that will struggle away from home. And especially with Mark Warburton playing the definition of anti-football, I feel they'll struggle quite a bit. And in 19th, we have Birmingham, obviously affected by financial fair play and money issues this season, 9-point deduction. I can see them not doing well. I can see them losing Che Adams in the near future. So I feel they will struggle a lot if they lose him, no matter who they bring in to replace him. They will not make his quality. Now in 18th, I'm going to put a bit of a surprise. I'm going to put Brentford down in 18th. I feel they will become a bit more of a selling club this summer. And I know they've signed that Norgard defender, and he's a very good defender for this level. But I don't think they'll have anywhere near as quality they did last season. Now in 17th, we have the highest finishing of the 3 promoted clubs. We have Charlton Athletic finishing 17th. They're a solid team, and especially if they can keep hold of Patrick Bauer, their main defender that obviously won them promotion, I feel they'll do quite well in the league this season. Now in 15th place, we have Hull City. I feel Jared Bowen will probably leave. I don't know whether that's to a better Championship club or just a complete Premier League club. But I feel like for him to progress in his career, he has to leave Hull. And I think if he does leave, they'll be left in the shadows a bit, with Kamil Grosicki rumoured to be joining Nottingham Forest for $2.5 million. I feel without that threat on the wing that's really carried them through, I feel they will finish a lot lower than they expect. Now in 15th, we have nearly relegated Reading. Obviously we're awful before Christmas, but they're under new management, playing quite well. A 2-0 win at Forest really turned their season around, especially their home form turned up after that 2-0 win. So I feel they do quite comfortably mid-table this season. Now coming in 14th place is Sheffield Wednesday. I feel they're a good side, but I feel they've lost sort of direction. And with a few of their main players leaving on frees this season, I feel they'll struggle a bit more. It all really depends on, this is one of the clubs, Sheffield Wednesday is probably, summer is massive for Sheffield Wednesday. They have to get the right players in, and they can't lose some of their key players. For example, Forestieri. I know he's not been good recently, but if he can get firing, they may get playoffs, who knows. But my prediction is 14th, because I can't see him having that good a transfer window. Now in 13th, we have Bristol City. I know almost playoffs, sits at 8th, I think, this gone season. And I know they have a quality, but Callum O'Dowda is linked to Nottingham Forest as replacement for Joe Lolly. He's also linked to Leeds. And I feel like Jeju might be leaving maybe January to maybe a French league club. And I feel they've sort of rode a bit of a hype wave this season. I think that will sort of crash towards the end of next season. Now in 12th place, we have Swansea City, the Welsh side. I feel obviously losing one of their big youngsters in James is going to hurt them, but I feel they have the players right to finish comfortably mid-table and maybe even mount a playoff push late in the season. And in 11th, just shy of the 10th spot, is Middlesbrough. I feel a bit of lack of guidance for Middlesbrough. I feel some of their players will drift off. Assombalong is obviously linked to a move to the Premier League, the newly promoted sides. And I feel they'll just struggle, especially depending on who their managerial appointment is. They could get it completely wrong and they could lose a lot of their early games, or they could get it bang on and win a lot. But I think they'll get an average appointment and finish average this season in 11th place. Now, coming in 10th is Preston North End. I feel they had a bit of a shaky start to last season. And I feel, obviously, with like Pearson in the middle, I think if they can keep hold of him, they'll be very, very good this season. And in 9th place will be relegated Huddersfield. I feel like they're a good side coming into Championship. I feel they're a side that lacks Championship experience. And I feel that's where they'll slip up. I feel, unless they have a good summer, bringing in some good backup players, I feel they will struggle for fitness. And I feel injuries may take a toll on their season. So I've got them in 9th. And in 8th is Blackburn Rovers. I feel they've just got a solid side, and I feel they will outperform most people's expectations this year. And now getting into the business end of things, we have 7th place. I have relegated Cardiff. I feel they'll just miss out in the playoffs. I think they have a good team, but I don't know if Warnock stays, they might do better. But I feel 7th is where I'd put them quite comfortably. And in 6th, we have the greatest team ever to grace a football pitch, Nottingham Forest. I feel this prediction heavily relies on Joe Lolly. I feel if he leaves, it may be a 10th to 15th position finish for us this year. But with likes of Stuani, Grasicki, and O'Dowda linked, I feel we could have a very good, very strong summer. And I feel like we could push on to be a playoff team. Hopefully, that is. And in 5th, we have much improved Stoke City. I feel they could have a good summer. They've obviously got the money to spend. Butland will be a massive, massive thing for them if they can keep him for just one more season and promising promotion. I feel they may be able to keep him, but I'm not sure. His patience seems to be thinning. And in 4th, we have the best finishers of the recently relegated teams in Fulham. I feel they're the team coming down with the most experience in the Championship. You know, what they did that season, obviously winning playoffs, was very, very strong from them, and I feel they'll have a good season in 4th. In 3rd, we have Leeds Scum. Obviously, we all hate Leeds, but I feel Bielsa's just signed that extension, and I feel they'll have a very solid season with obviously the likes of Josh Clark only getting better. And now the painful prediction of Derby County finishing in 2nd and going up automatically. I feel Frank Lampard can bring in some class loans as he's done this season, and it will just really, really help them. And obviously I don't want to see it happen, but as a Forest fan, it's clear to see that they're the better team at the minute. Obviously getting playoff final and just missing out, which was funny, but I feel it's a real warning sign to Forest that we are quite lagging behind. And now, winners of the league, we have West Bromwich Albion. I feel like they've got a very good team, very good manager, and I feel like they can push on now to really dominate the Championship this season. That has been my Championship predictions for the 2019 to 2020 season. Let me know in the comments if you disagree. See you in the next video.